on what the administration I've just appointed must achieve. I know you have said we must respect the Constitution, which we must. And I gave my undertaking to the country that there will be no disappearance of Kenyans. I gave that undertaking. There will be no Kenyans in Rivayala. There will be no Kenyans in Tana River. There was a time we had 30-something bodies of Kenyans in rivers. That will never happen under my watch. And I have said this with clarity. If there is any Kenyan who has disappeared, I want people to step forward and say, Kenyan so-and-so has disappeared. I would be very happy to deal with it. Because under my administration, I have said there will be no disappearance of Kenyans again. There will be no extrajudicial killing of Kenyans. I have said that with clarity. And let me also say the following, that as we go forward, we must be truthful. When the Kenya National Human Rights stepped forward with fake news and said 200 Kenyans had been massacred in Githurai, it was a flat lie. I mean, surely. I mean, a whole institution that is supposed to be self-respecting, paid for by the government of Kenya, how can they go and had been killed? Which was utter, falsehood. I hope that's not the organization you want to defend. You cannot defend an organization that runs on fake news. And I will call them out, as Kenyans should call them out. We must stick to what is true. 42 Kenyans died, very unfortunately, in the events of the last 1 month. They shouldn't have died. Some of them in situations where the police were involved. Some of them in situations where criminals were involved. Some of them in different situations. All those situations are under investigations. And I have given undertaking that the government of Kenya will support those families, even as we get to the bottom of what happened in those situations. I have also undertaken that there are Kenyans who unfortunately lost property. We are also going to support them because it was nothing of their doing that occasioned all that happened to happen. Let me also say the following, that I am a great believer in the Constitution, and I will protect. I mean, many countries that have gone through what Kenya have gone through, Bangladesh, for example, they switched off the TVs, they did whatever they did. Kenya is running full steam. Internet is available every day. People are talking from all over the place. Newspapers are writing whatever they want. The TV has 4 screens. They are showing what's happening in Kondele, what's happening in where. What further freedom, surely, would you ask from me? I have the machinery to switch them off. I did not switch them off. Because I am a believer in the rule of law. And I am a believer in free media. That's why the media can go out and demonstrate and call me names and do whatever they want. Doesn't bother me. But that is what freedom is about. That's what democracy is about. So I am very clear about what Katra has said. All you have said that has really come to me is the young people who were out there did not have colors of parties or regions or communities. They had Kenyan flags. And that is why I am committed to making sure that the interests of Kenya, even as I appoint the new administration, come first. What do we do about Kenya first? So that is what I wish to say. Asante sana. Yes, my friend.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. My name is John Jacob Kuria from KBC. I want us to set the tone of this conversation, Mr. President. Mr. President, when the Gen Zs came out to the streets, their demand was that you overhaul the entire cabinet, which you did. You have defended the reappointment of 10 cabinet secretaries back to your cabinet. The big question Kenyans are asking today is President William Ruto a listening president? That is a big question tonight. Is President William Ruto a listening president?
Okay, I think there are too many media people asking. I think citizens want to ask this question. I think let's just relax. I think the media have been asking me too many questions. Sasa raia nao wapate nafasi yao. Anyway, ngojeni kidogo. Let me answer him anyway. Because Jacob has said something that is fundamental. Am I listening? Yes. How else would I have 12 of my cabinet secretaries out if I wasn't listening? More than half of my cabinet have left. It has never happened in Kenya. It has never happened in Kenya's history that more than half the cabinet has gone in one go. So I am listening. And I have said, even the ladies and gentlemen that have come back to cabinet, they have come back to cabinet on new terms. We may have been friends, we may have been acquaintances, we may have, but now this is different. You know, we are going to work on the timelines the people of Kenya have given us. And some of the good gentlemen that I have and ladies that I have brought on board are people who have a proven track record. And many of them, Kenyans agree, have done a good job wherever they've been. Yes, let me listen to the lady.
Kwa majina naitwa Mwanamkuu Nondo, mkazi wa Likoni sub-county. Mheshimiwa Rais, swala langu laja kwa upande wa feri ya Mtongwe. Sisi wananchi wa Likoni tupata shida sana pale feri wakati wa kuvuka. Sijui shida inatokea wapi, kwa sababu wakati kulikuwa kuna bridge ya Liwatoni ilikuwa kidogo kuna unafuu, lakini tangu ile bridge iondolewe tunapata tabu sana pale Likoni wakati wa kuvuka. Na shida sijui iko wapi, kwa sababu hakuwa.
Sikia jina lako tafadhali.
Mwanamkuu Nondo.
Mwanamkuu Nondo.
Yeah.
Asante sana Mwanamkuu.
Thank you.
Nitakujibu hivi. Just give me a minute, let me answer Mwanamkuu, because it's a very important question. In fact, yesterday, when I stopped in Likoni, the people in Likoni asked me directly that question. And I didn't get it properly. It is late. Because I answered a different question. It's good you have brought it into focus today. That bridge, we had built it, and it was a bridge, a pedestrian bridge for people to cross. It had two problems. Problem number one is that it caused a lot of delay in the port. The port, people said it was taking more than 10 hours for ships to cross. That was problem number one. Problem number two is that the workmanship was not very good. So yesterday, after it was raised to me by the people in Likoni, I have instructed for both Kenha and KPA to get us a solution for that problem. So I will